Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. Game Rangers to police election as ECZ warns against premature announcement of results. The European Union hopes that Zambian government will not shut down the internet. Well, join me with the Midday News in detail after this commercial.
Fellow citizens, 12 August 2021 is a very important day in our history. It's a day when we decide whether we will continue with the poverty, the unemployment, the hunger, or we decide to change for better. This is what 12 August is all about. Go out to vote and vote in large numbers. The rest, leave it to Badi and team. Badi will fix it. We love you.
Pick up. Hey, babe.
Hello.
I've got some great news for you. Guess what? I'm pregnant!
For expectant mothers, access to antenatal and postnatal health care is a priority.
You know what? Isn't it so great that there's a clinic nearby?
The PF government has built health facilities to ensure mothers have access to top quality health care.
Vote for Edgar Chagwa Lungu and the PF that have brought you change.
May I please have one beer and 2 glasses?
Do you have champagne? Yes.
Hold that thought. No champagne, just for the month.
Oh,
you know
God.
we gotta keep on texting R to 9595.
I'm sick and tired of this R9595.
You stand a chance of your lifetime to win a brand new 2020 Range Rover Evoque when you text R to 9595. From as little as 5 kwacha, you get 1 entry, 10 kwacha for 3 entries, and 20 kwacha will give you a whopping 7 entries. There will also be daily and weekly consolation prizes up for grabs. That's great news, right? Competition runs from 12th of May to 31st of August 2021 and is only open to Zamtel subscribers. Terms and conditions apply.
Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And now the Midday News in detail. The Electoral Commission of Zambia gets to announce the final election results of the August 12, 2021 election within 72 hours of closing the last polling center. Speaking at a media briefing in Lusaka Tuesday, ECZ Chief Electoral Officer Patrick Nshindano says the Commission is ready to conduct the general election at any means necessary. And Mr. Nshindano has, however, warned that the Commission will not hesitate to arrest any person who will be announcing results before the Commission does so.
The battlefield for the August 12 general election has already been laid, and the Electoral Commission of Zambia says it is ready to officiate the match without compromise. At a briefing held in Lusaka, Chief Electoral Officer Patrick Nshindano says the total number of registered voters in Zambia currently stands at 7,023,499 as opposed to what is being purported on social media.
Look forward to 12 August, and we are, and I can affirm, ready to deliver a credible election come this Thursday, 12th August 2021. Commission ready for a rerun? Yes, we did. This is something that we already budgeted for. So we are ready for a rerun in an event that there is a rerun, and the law does provide for that. So the Commission also recognizes that, and we have to ensure that that is done.
He adds that the Commission has planned to ensure that it announces the election results within 42 hours of the last closure of the polling station.
The target is that the Commission maximum time it should take is 72 hours after the close of the last polling station. So if the last polling station closes, for argument's sake, 22 hours on poll day, you count 72 hours from there. That's the maximum. It can even be before that.
Mr. Nshindano has since warned that ECZ is the only institution mandated to announce results, and that anyone found announcing results before they can be released by the Commission will be prosecuted.
Only the Commission has the legal mandate to announce results. you are only allowed to present your results after the announcement of the Commission final results. Anybody that does before that will be prosecuted. The law is very clear.
And ECZ Director IT says a biometric voter verification device has been developed and will be used in highly populated area to allow for a quick voter verification.
So that process of identifying the voter is quickened by the use of this device, because once the voters have fingerprint is scanned, or indeed the voter card is scanned, the device will be able to give you on what page that voter is appearing, on what row and on what column. So this quickens the identification process. The Commission is deploying 949 of these devices to 10 provincial centers only, and the Commission is targeting those centers with high number of voters registered at those centers.
While the playing field has been leveled, the choice remains for the Zambian people to get engaged and show up in numbers to cast votes on their leaders of their choice. Prudence Tota, reporting for Camnet TV News.
The United Party for National Development Alliance partner Kelvin Waliafube, commonly known as KBF, has alleged that a scheme is underway by a named political party to facilitate the voting of foreigners in Thursday's general election aimed at disadvantaging political opponents. Mr. Walia says they have discovered that non-Zambian voters are being kept at a camp awaiting voting day. He says their youths will not hesitate to employ citizen arrest.
With only 2 days remaining before Zambia's 12 August 2021 polls, tension is high among political opponents. United Party for National Development UPND alliance partner Mr. Kelvin Fube-Walia, also known as KBF, states that the alliance is on the alert concerning any activities that may be regarded as illegal surrounding the general elections, and further states that they will use all means to ensure that elections are free and fair. Mr. Walia, speaking when addressing the media, alleges that while moving around the country campaigning, citizens have brought to their attention activities by a named political party whom he says are currently hosting non-Zambian nationals at a camp in order to amass votes. He states that pictures have been given to the party and that party youths have been instructed to act on all those who will visit polling stations when they're not supposed to.
Foreigners, this is true. I'm sure you've read from some newspaper print media where they've said that in Malawi, for instance, Mozambican border, even chiefs have been talking from across the border. There are people who are willing to come here. Look, it's a right now in Zambia to have dual citizenship because the constitution provides, okay? However, if you're going to be giving citizenship for free, easily, just because of elections, that to me becomes a ploy. You must be very careful. Some of these people did not have national registration cards. They were given national registration cards, technically making them Zambians just for the benefit of voting. That to me is lawfare. It's illegal. You're selling your country. We shouldn't. These camps I'm talking about, sir, exist. Some of these people are going to be put in camps. These camps are farms where they are going to be fed, waiting for the day to vote. But may I ask these chaps, let them not create problems for us in this country. We don't go and vote in their countries. Let them leave us alone. Stay where you are. We have also alerted our youths. Our youths are on red alert to protect the vote for the UPND alliance. That one, they will be seen. And they'll be everywhere. And I've given pictures of certain people and names. You. Just know.
Mr. Walia, who is also a Lusaka-based lawyer, further alleges that the only people who have benefited during the current government's regime are its party cadres, as most citizens are suffering. He has further described the deployment of other security wings to man the general elections as misplaced, stating that police who are specifically trained for such duties should be allowed to do their work.
I am also saying to our lieutenant colonels, superior orders, illegal superior orders, are no defense to a criminal offense. Don't involve the military in elections. Don't involve ZAF in illegal duties. Let them perform their functions to assist the ECZ. Chapwa.
Zipora Mushala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
In other news, the European Union is optimistic that the Zambian government will not shut down the internet, as that will hinder the free flow of information. And the EU has called on all stakeholders to play their role in ensuring that the electoral process is completed in a safe and peaceful environment. EU Head of Delegation Ambassador Jack Jankowski says the right and freedom of the citizens must be fully respected during the electoral process.
The European Union delegation to Zambia has enjoyed a long and productive relationship with Zambia, and on the invitation of the Zambian authorities, the EU has deployed an election observation mission, the fifth time it has done so in Zambia. European Union Head of Delegation Ambassador Jack Jankowski, Tuesday 20th August 2021, said rights and freedoms of the citizens must be fully respected during the electoral process.
Elections are a pillar of any democracy, presenting the people with an opportunity to express their views at the ballot box and to shape the future direction of their country. The people of Zambia expect to cast their ballots in a safe and peaceful manner, and we call on stakeholders to play their roles to make this happen. In this perspective, and as a friend of Zambia, the European Union calls on all parties to ensure that the electoral process is completed in a safe and peaceful environment, with the rights and freedoms of all citizens fully respected.
However, recently, Information and Broadcasting Services Permanent Secretary Amos Malupenga said if some people choose to abuse the internet to mislead and misinform, government will not hesitate to evoke relevant legal provisions to forestall any breakdown of law and order as the country passes through the election. And when asked about shutting down the internet on the poll day, they expressed hope that the government would not take that route.
It's our rights, we are having access to internet, and it's also a matter of security of communication among people. Yeah? So it's very important to have permanently access to internet as well. We believe.
The internet nowadays is such a crucial vehicle for access to information, for expressing your opinions. It can also be, of course, a vehicle for calling for assemblies and exercise the right to peaceful assemblies and so on. So it's very crucial in a democracy, and it plays into many fundamental rights. And so we see the importance of the internet functioning all through the process.
What goes up must come down, and that time for Zambians to choose their preferred leaders is a day away. Patrick Soko, Camnet News, in Lusaka.
Inspector General of Police Kakuma Kanganje has revealed that the Zambian Police Service has sought reinforcement from other security wings in the country to man the 12th August 2021 general election. Mr. Kanganja says the current number of officers is not enough to adequately provide security in all the 12,152 polling stations in the country. He disclosed that the security wing include the Zambia Wildlife Authority, Immigration, the Zambian Correctional Facility, and the Defense Force.
Following reports of violence in the electoral period leading to the August 12, 2021 general elections, Inspector General of Police Kakuma Kanganja says other security wings in the country have been engaged to beef up support to the Zambia Police Service so as to adequately man polling stations in the country. Zambia has a total of 12,152 polling stations, and an equal number of policemen and women have been assigned to man the polling stations. This means there will be one police officer per polling station. Inspector General of Police Kakuma Kanganja, however, says the current police ratio is 1 police officer to 1,000 citizens against the international policing standards of 1 police officer to 250 people. The head of the task force further explains that this extra support has been brought on board, taking lessons from the 2016 general elections, where he says cadres of a named political party caused havoc in the country.
We have already experienced pockets of political violence in some parts of the country, leading to loss of lives and property. Arising from the lessons learned, the Zambia Police Service has sought reinforcement from other security wings, which include personnel from the Correctional Service, Immigration, Zambia Wildlife, and indeed the Defense Force.
Mr. Kanganja, however, indicates that this deployment is in no way meant to intimidate citizens, but to act as a protective measure to guarantee peace and order, as well as the safety of voters at polling stations.
During the polling day, citizens will see unarmed Zambia Police Service officers and unarmed military personnel accredited duly by ECZ to maintain security within the 400-meter perimeter of the polling stations to ensure that electorates freely cast their votes without any intimidation, as well as avoid the disruption of the voting process.
The police chief has also warned political parties who may want to continue campaigning after the close of campaigns on 11th August 2021 at 18 hours, stating that all those who will be found wanting will be arrested, as this is against the Electoral Code of Conduct. Zipporah Mushala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. Gammy Rangers to police elections as the Electoral Commission of Zambia warns against premature announcement of results. The European Union hopes that Zambian government will not shut down the internet. That is all. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Thank you for joining me. Remember to always wear your mask, avoid crowded places, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Stay safe. Good afternoon.